It's a pea vine that grows to the sky. The boy and the old dog climbed up the vine. Soon they're above the clouds, at a height of over 5,000 meters. There's no sign of the raptors. To find out where the end of the vine leads, the boy and the old dog continue to climb, as they gained more and more height, and it became darker and darker. Now they were surrounded by a wall of rock. The boy reached the end of the vines, and found before him a castle in the sky. In front of him stood a young girl with a strange hairstyle. She was the princess of the castle. She lives in the sky all the time. She could control the clouds at will. The boy said he had followed the vines to this place. He wasn't trespassing. The princess saw that he was kind. She believed him, and gave the boy a cloud, and led him to the gates of the sky castle. To get inside the castle, you have to go through a corridor. The boy followed closely behind, for fear of getting lost in the castle. Inside the castle, the princess told him, "This place is ruled by a giant and a witch. The witch is a demon who eats people. Don't let her find you." In the blink of an eye, the witch suddenly appeared at the door. The boy excited the witch's taste buds. She took the boy to the dining room, and served the food. And when the boy was poisoned, the witch ran over to him, and put the fainting boy in the cauldron. And when it was all done, the witch returned to the dining room. By now, the giant had also appeared. He smelled someone in the room. He got down on his knees and looked around. He finally pinpointed the scent in a small room in front of him. The witch rushed to the door of the room, and told him that it contained only cooking utensils, because she wanted the boy all to herself. But the giant didn't heed the witch's words. He rushed in with all his might. The witch thought the giant was going to take the boy. A strange thing happened. The boy was no longer in the boiler. This made the witch relax a little. The escaped boy began to roam the castle. He wanted to find 2 treasures to bring back to the surface, to improve his poor family's situation. On his way to find the treasures, the boy and the old dog found a rat hole, and without hesitation, they dove in, and down the winding hole they went. They find a small red door. The mice worked together to push the door open. The boy and the old dog went in together. The boy was completely dumbfounded. There was gold all around them, piles of gold, silver, and jade. Each one of these discs would be priceless on Earth. And beyond that, a golden chicken caught the boy's attention. It stood in place. He couldn't believe it was real, until a harp in the pile of gold coins spoke. The harp made a sound by twitching its strings. It begged the boy to save the castle in the sky. When he heard the harp speak, the boy was so frightened he didn't know what to do. He thought he was hallucinating. The mice were afraid that the sound would attract the giants. They ran into the pile of gold coins. They pulled the harp's neck to stop it from making noise, but they underestimated the harp's power. The harp said, "This is a castle in the sky at a height of 10,000 meters. The king's family used to live here. But one day, witches and giants took over. They killed the old king and queen. Only the princess was left." After hearing the harp's story, they all felt resentful. Suddenly, the door of the vault was slowly opened. The dogs and the rats hid in fear. The boy got down and didn't dare make a sound. The giant entered the vault through the door. He was lured by the sound of the harp. He opened the door, and found nothing but gold and jewelry. There were no outsiders. That was a relief to the giant. He sat down in a pile of gold coins. He snapped his fingers in the air. The sleeping golden hen was awakened. Fluttering her wings, she flew to the giant's finger. He adjusted his position. He pulled out a golden egg from his arse. The golden egg hit the boy, right in front of the boy. And then, the hen returned to her rack in a weakened state, to prepare for the next laying of eggs. Seeing this, the boy realized the gold on the ground came from the hen's arse. After the giant left, the boy breathed a sigh of relief. He slowly climbed out from behind the gold coins. He put some gold coins in a sack. Then he imitated what the giant did. He snapped his fingers in the air. The hen quickly flew to the boy's finger, and dropped a bag of gold on the boy's finger. He turned around and was about to leave. The boy grabbed it and put it in the sack. Then he picked up the sack and ran back to the ground. But then a giant came after him. He chased the boy down the pea vines. But the boy and the old dog reached the ground first. He told his mother to get an axe and cut the vines. She didn't know what he meant. But she did. He took the axe from her. He struck the vines with a single blow. The vines died instantly, deprived of nourishment from the earth. And the giant fell from thousands of meters. There were no bones left. Later, the boy and his mother became rich with the chicken that laid golden eggs. Every day, there was a steady stream of gold coins. They lived a life of wealth and prosperity.